What's up, you guys? If you've been living under a rock since January, then you would know that we're still in the midst of a global health crisis, also known as the COVID-19 pandemic. And the United States is still seeing a giant surge in cases with no really flattening of the curve except in a handful of states here and there, which is leading a lot of legislators and governors and mayors all over the country to mandate that you have to wear a mask in public. Which, that's all fine and dandy, except I disagree with it very harshly. But not for the reason that you're thinking. Yes, I understand that people need to wear masks so that it can help slow down the spread of the coronavirus, and if someone does have it, they won't be as likely to pass it along to someone if they're wearing a mask while they're out in public doing grocery shopping, at the gym, this, that, and the other. I understand that completely. But what the world and medical professionals are not taking into account is there is an entire section of the population, myself included, that wearing a mask makes it very difficult for you to understand people and communicate with them. What I mean by that is there is an entire population of the world that is deaf or hard of hearing or suffers from some form of hearing loss, like me, to where our best way of communicating is being able to read someone's lips. Wearing a mask prevents that. That makes it very hard to talk to people. And I'm a very outgoing person as it is, and I can talk to people when they have their mask on, but it gives me an added sense of comfort knowing that I can read their lips so that I can fully understand what they're saying. So what is my solution to this? I greatly wish that the entire population would take half an hour out of their day, go online, and take a sign language course. Just general sign language. It doesn't have to be the entire phonetic wording of everything in the sign language dictionary. No. You learn the alphabet and basic general signs, you're going to benefit from being able to communicate with an entire group of people that you wouldn't normally be able to communicate with. Because just think, you're a server at a restaurant, or you're a cashier at Target, and someone walks up to you and you say something to them and they don't respond. It's not always the case of them being rude. It could be a case that they just didn't hear you. So if you say, "Hello, how are you?" ? That makes them feel included. That makes them feel like you actually care about them as a person. I'm not saying you have to, sign everything out to them about what they're buying or what they're ordering to dinner or anything like that. But if you can at least learn the alphabet, that makes the world a much easier place for those people that cannot hear or that are completely deaf. Instead of you huffing and puffing because they're asking you to repeat yourself, or more or less degrading them by getting a pen and paper and asking them to write down every little thing because you don't want to learn how to communicate with them. So I greatly implore you to take 30 minutes out of your day, because you can spend hours on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter looking at mindless, numbing entertainment, or watching hours of news content that's just telling us how shitty this world is right now, and how we should all be afraid of everyone because of a virus. You can do all of that for hours on end, or make a post talking about Black Lives Matter, or All Lives Matter, or Cop Lives Matter, or whatever. Then you can take 30 minutes out of your day to learn basic sign language. And if you have someone in your life that is hard of hearing, and you want to learn, ask them. They will gladly teach you even the basics of sign language. It's not that difficult. You can do the alphabet very quickly. That's the entire alphabet in all of 5 seconds, if that, with me stumbling a little bit on just showing you how quickly you can do it. You can take 30 minutes out of your day to learn basic sign language. It's not that hard. This was a very different video. I hope you guys liked it. Maybe it was something that was informative for you, something that made you think about the world that you live in, and maybe not seem so selfish anymore, because maybe you didn't realize that there was an entire section of the world that can't really communicate with you because you're wearing a mask and they can't read your lips or understand what you're saying. That's all I ask. 30 minutes out of your day. Hell, break it into 15-minute increments if you want to. But yeah, that's your latest Chronicle. It's something that has been on my mind for a very long time, and finally just decided to make a video on it. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. I've got more content coming down the barrel to you guys very soon. Stuff that I've been kind of building up over the past couple of weeks. Merch is out. I will have the link in the bio for my merch on bonfire.com/first merch collection. It's super comfortable. Everybody that I know that has bought any of my merch has said it's super comfortable and they're wearing it all the time. So yeah, merch link in bio. Am I an official YouTuber now because I said link in bio with merch? Maybe. Merch link in bio. That's going to do it for this Chronicle. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. But to end that whole rant, I do wear a mask because, if nothing else, it's because I have friends and family that are in the medical field, and it's just being in solidarity with them because they're dealing with this thing head on a lot worse than any of us are. That's your latest Chronicle. I love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys. Ow! Still don't know how to wear it properly, though.